This is gonna be fun. It is. It's gonna be fun. So it's time to look at some of the comments. I did those 3 interviews that I posted over the weekend, and some of the best comments I think I've ever received is as far as what I want. I want a collaboration of what after you watch the video, what you're saying about the video. That's what I love. I love to see different perspectives. Okay, so the video is honest thoughts on dating bald men from a physical trainer. So it's interesting, the kaleidoscope, and I challenge you, I invite you to read every comment in their entirety on there, but I'm just going to really focus on 2. First, Robert, our good friend Robert, has this to say. This is an excerpt. Quote, "They're not going to tell you if hair is important to them. That would make them look bad. I bet the guy she dated was handsome and fit." End quote. And that went on to lead this kind of discussion among a couple of different people saying, well, it's sure if you're already good looking and you're muscular and fit, then the hair doesn't really matter as much because of that. But see, to me, that's a whole different discussion. We're not talking about whether someone's fit or handsome or not. I'm talking about basically, is being bald in itself something to derail someone from wanting to date you? And the whole concept, and I very carefully crafted the questions, or the question that I would ask the females, and that is, what do you find attractive in a man? And I specifically don't say anything about the physical. I just say, what attracts you to a man? And so that way they have to sort out, and typically you'll find that they start out talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the physical, and then it may end up there if I steer the conversation there. So what I'm not asking is whether a guy is bald or not, does that matter at all? I'm not asking that. That was never the question. What are the things that attract you to a man? That's the question. So if it's not something they bring up right off the bat, they're telling you what matters the most, and that's what I'm focusing on. If they really wanted to get picky, if they could choose a guy that had hair or not, maybe they would choose the guy with hair, but so would me for myself. I would choose to have hair. I think that I feel it's a deflection of what the actual question is. What we're really looking at is if being bald matters to someone you might want to date. That's really what we're coming down to. Is this going to stop you from being able to date someone you want to? Is this going to stop her from being attracted to you? And that's the fundamental thing I'm wanting to prove in these interviews with females. But it's been said that I'm not asking more, direct questions, or that we'll never really get an honest answer out of females when I interview them. But please know I'm open to suggestions. If there's better, more specific, more direct questions I can ask females to, find out whatever it is, let me know. But just know that my fundamental reason in asking them these questions is to prove to you that it's not a deal breaker for females. It's not going to hold them back from dating you, because it's all this other stuff that actually matters. That's the whole point of the interviews. Now, what's interesting though, I also got this one as well from Robin23. Here's an excerpt from what he said. Quote, "Women don't care about your hair. I mean, I'm sure some do, but it's not a must-have. Women are attracted to men differently than how men find women attractive. Nice video, Nick." End quote. Thanks, by the way. So yeah, this is really what it comes down to, and I can and I will keep interviewing females about this, and you can give me more specific questions that will, unearth whatever we need to figure out here. But the point is this: we make it a big deal about ourselves. We judge ourselves based on our hair. Women don't. They're distracted by stuff that actually matters, and that's what they're looking at. That's what it comes down to. Your hair loss is not going to stop a woman from dating you if you make up for it in the ways that she actually cares about. And maybe it is being physically fit, But as far as the overall handsomeness thing, I say you can overcome even by being well dressed and confident and having a good career. Of course, I know now we're going into the money thing, but still, overall though, it's just a matter of knowing what all to focus on. And my point is, the hair thing isn't coming up till I'm bringing it up. But then you're saying, well, it's because they're not being honest. Okay then, fine. Help me get more honest answers out of them. I just want to be able to prove that truly they don't care like men care. Men care about hair loss, females don't. That's what I'm wanting to prove, and I want to continue to prove it through videos. But you've got to help me. Let me get better questions, and let's get to the bottom of this. Let's do this. It's a collaborative effort. So thank you for being a part of it, because I want to prove to you men care more about hair loss than women. I'm not going to say women don't care at all, but if it's not on their top 10 list, if it's not one of the first things they bring up, it's really not important to them. I mean, if you really just, okay, well, that's not how it's actually working in their minds. It's the way it's working in your mind. That's what I'm here to say. Okay, so now what questions am I supposed to ask them?